Ever notice how silence can be louder than words? You text her, and nothing. You see her online, active, but still nothing. Your mind starts to spiral. Did I say something wrong? Was I not enough? Stop right there. Because in this moment, you hold more power than you think. And today, I'm going to show you how to turn her silence into your greatest advantage. Step 1. Shift the focus back to you. The first thing most men do when she ignores them is simple and deadly to their self-respect. They make her the center of their world. It starts quietly. You check your phone once, twice, 10 times in an hour. You scroll through her social media, analyzing every post, every story, every emoji for a hidden message. You notice she's online, posting, laughing in pictures with friends, but still hasn't replied to you. And every second you give to her absence is a second you take away from yourself. You are feeding the one thing you cannot afford to feed, your need for her validation. A Stoic man knows better. He knows that where attention goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, life grows. If your attention is locked on her, you're watering someone else's garden while your own withers. So you shift the focus entirely. You take the energy you were ready to spend chasing her, and you invest it into building yourself. This doesn't mean pretending to be busy. It means becoming busy with things that actually make you stronger, sharper, more capable. The workout you've been postponing, it starts now. The skill you've been meaning to master. You put in the hours. The project you've been delaying because life got in the way. You attack it with focus and intensity. And here's why this works. When you stop staring at the door she closed, you start opening doors she can't control. You build momentum in your life that no message, no silence, no single person can interrupt. This shift isn't just about distracting yourself. It's about raising your value in the real world. You become healthier, stronger, more disciplined. Your confidence stops being something you borrow from her attention and becomes something you own outright. And there's a side effect you might not expect. The more you focus on your mission, the more magnetic you become, not just to her, but to everyone. People feel drawn to someone who's locked in, driven, and unshaken by small setbacks. The irony: the less you care about her response, the more curious she becomes. She'll start to wonder why her silence didn't shake you, why you seem even more alive than before. And by the time she starts asking those questions, you'll be so focused on your own path, her attention will feel like just another bonus, not the prize you've been chasing. Step 2. Reverse psychology. When she ignores you, there's one thing she expects without fail: that you'll react. She expects the double text, the follow-up call, the "Hey, are you okay?" message. She expects you to hand her proof that she has control over your emotions. And here's the trap: most men walk right into it. Because in that moment, your ego is wounded. You want answers. You want closure. You want to feel like you matter to her. But the moment you act on that impulse, you confirm exactly what she was testing for: that her attention is the currency you live on. A Stoic man flips the entire script. Instead of chasing the silence, he mirrors it. Not with bitterness, not with pettiness, but with absolute calm indifference. The kind that says, "My life doesn't stop because you stopped talking. This is the essence of reverse psychology. Not manipulation, but the removal of the emotional reaction she was counting on. When she expects you to panic, you remain composed. When she anticipates, you'll demand answers. You give her none. When she thinks her silence will make you cling harder, you let go completely. And here's what happens when you do this. You become a mystery. In her mind, there's now a gap, a space she didn't plan for. Instead of you wondering where she went, she starts wondering where you went. But to make this work, your life has to back it up. You can't sit at home scrolling her profile while pretending you don't care. Your energy needs to be invested somewhere else entirely. At the gym, building a body that commands respect. At your desk, creating work that builds your future. In the real world, surrounded by people who actually value your time. And here's the subtle power move. Let that life be visible. If you're improving yourself, let it be known, not for her, but for the standard you live by. Photos of progress, snippets of your work, snapshots of a life in motion. Never directed at her, never with a caption that screams for attention. Just the quiet, steady documentation of a man who keeps moving forward. This isn't about making her jealous. It's about showing through your actions that your happiness is not chained to her presence. And that kind of freedom is rare. Rare things create curiosity. And curiosity is the first step towards shifting the balance of power. Because here's the truth. When she realizes she can't provoke you, she loses the invisible grip she thought she had. And when that grip is gone, she's the one left, wondering how to get it back. Step 3. Stay calm and composed. When she ignores you, it's not just silence, it's a storm. A storm that doesn't roar in your ears, but in your mind. It starts small, a single unanswered message. Then a creeping thought, did I do something wrong? And before you know it, you've built an entire narrative in your head. One where you lose. Most men can't endure that storm. They let it push them into action. They send another text. They scroll her social media, dissecting every post for hidden meaning. Some even confront her, trying to force a reaction. But here's the danger. Every time you react impulsively, you hand her the keys to your emotions. You show her she can pull you into chaos at will. A Stoic man does something very different. He feels the storm, but he doesn't move with it. He doesn't plug every hole in the ship. He simply strengthens the hull because he knows the storm will pass, and when it does, his calm will remain. Calmness isn't pretending not to care. That's an act, and people can see through it. Calmness is the discipline of not letting someone else's actions dictate your inner state. It's the quiet acknowledgement. Her choices are hers. My peace is mine. Think of it like standing in the middle of a busy street, horns blaring, people shouting chaos in every direction. And yet, you hear none of it. You're locked in, focused, composed. That's the kind of presence that makes people lean in without even knowing why. Here's the reality. Composure is rare in men today. The world rewards instant reaction, quick replies, emotional outbursts, but composure, that's the language of power. When you stay calm under pressure, you communicate without saying a word that you are in control of yourself. And the man who controls himself controls the situation. So next time she ignores you, don't reach for your phone. Reach for something that reinforces your stability. A hard workout. A skill that demands your focus. A project that forces you to engage with the real world instead of her digital absence. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Calmness isn't for her benefit. It's for yours. It's a reminder every single time that your emotions belong to you, and only you decide where they go. And when you live that way, you're not just attractive, you're untouchable. Step 4. Detach from the outcome. There is a moment in every man's life when he realizes that the battle was never about winning her over. It was about winning himself back. That moment is detachment. Detachment is not coldness. It's not apathy. It's the calm confidence of a man who has built a life so rich, so fulfilling, that whether she stays or goes, his foundation remains unshaken. When you are attached to an outcome, your mind lives in constant negotiation with reality. You measure every word, every silence, every delay in her reply, as if it's a verdict on your worth. Your emotions swing like a pendulum, high when she engages, low when she withdraws. And in that cycle, you hand her the keys to your peace. But the Stoics understood something most men never will. The moment you depend on anything outside yourself for stability, you've already lost it. Detachment breaks that chain. It says, I will show up as the best version of myself, but I will not beg for a result. I will not hinge my self-respect on another person's choice. It frees you from the desperate need to control what you cannot control. Think about this. If you could know right now, without a shadow of a doubt, that you will be fine regardless of her response, how much lighter would you feel? How much mental space would you reclaim? That's what detachment gives you, the ability to breathe again. When you live in detachment, you stop chasing. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because you are already fulfilled. You start making decisions based on your mission, not on a reaction to her behavior. You keep training, building, creating, investing in yourself, not to prove a point to her, but because that's what strong men do. And here's the paradox. The moment you truly stop needing her response is often the moment she feels the urge to give it. Because she can sense it, the shift in energy, she feels the absence of your need, and it makes her curious, even unsettled. But here's the warning. Detachment must be real. You can't fake it. If deep down, you're still waiting by the phone, scrolling her feed, and wondering when she'll notice you're not chasing, then you're still attached. True detachment is not about manipulating her to come back. It's about meaning it when you say, if she does, great. If she doesn't, I'm still good. This is the ultimate power move in life, not just in dating. Because the man who can walk away from anything that doesn't serve him is the man who can never be broken. Most men spend their lives reacting to messages, to moods, to other people's attention. But you now have something different. A way to turn silence into strength. A way to keep your power, no matter how the world moves around you. So the next time she ignores you, you won't chase. You won't panic. You won't question your worth. You'll simply keep moving forward, calm, unshaken, and focused on the only thing that truly matters, the man you are becoming. And here's the part no one tells you. Once you master this, you'll start seeing it everywhere. In dating, in business, In friendships, people will treat you differently because they can sense it. You can't be controlled. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more Stoic wisdom. See you in the next video.